Hey y'all, hey. Welcome back to Life of a Phoenix. It's I, Lenora, once again. And I'm sitting here. I am going to record a video that I don't want to record. And I don't want to record it just because it's just me fighting me delaying me. But I know that it's something that God wants me to put out. And I want to put it out because I posted 2 videos today. And I'm honestly over myself. I'm over not being consistent. And that don't necessarily mean like posting every day, but just being intentional and being consistent with posting my content. I'm honestly over it. I'm at a place where I know God is calling me to, and I know He is telling me what to do, and I'm avoiding something. Like, I don't know if it's social media fast. I don't know if it's stop trying to force time in relationships with friends and really let's continue our relationship one-on-one. It's all of that. It's all of that. And He's wanting me to boldly walk in my purpose, and I don't feel 1,000% confident in it, but I am trying. I am doing, and this is me doing, because honestly, like, I'm still in my work clothes. Like, I got dishes that I could be washing after dinner, but I want to take time out for my dream, for my goal, and that's what I'm doing. So welcome. And someone in one of my previous videos where I said having a relationship with God is important asked me, how do you strengthen your relationship with God? And so what I feel I am going to do is a little series or episodes, or I'm just going to flow and let whatever God bring to me. And I'm just going to post it on building a stronger connection with God, episode 1. And so, thing that I wrote down is Isaiah 61. This is pertaining to me and what He's calling me to do. But He had me reading Isaiah 61 for like a week straight at one point, and I just haven't been able to get away from it, honestly. And so I'm gonna start there. And I also want to say, I am doing this for the Lord. I am doing this so that it can reach whoever He needs it to reach. Because originally, when I wanted to do YouTube and I started YouTube, like, of course I'm documenting my journey and everything, but at the same time I have money in mind. I have, like, this is how I'm going to quit my job. This is how I'm going to have the type of schedule that I want to have with my kids and the type of life that I want to have and how I'm going to make this money and all of this and that. God has completely changed my view, my perspective, and now I am going to do what he wants me to do and not worry about views and likes and comments. Like, I have come to notice and realize that I am more of a long video. Like, you know, it's a lot of people that do shorts and, you know, be popping shorts out, but I am long form content. I am more of a long form content kind of person. I'm more so want to talk and want to explain and want to elaborate and want to be clear and offer clarity. That's just me. And I understand that a lot of people may not want to watch that. A lot of people may not want to get personal and get emotional and all of this and that, but that's what I feel led to do. That's what I feel led to do, and that's what I'm going to do. And again, those that watch it, it is meant for them. And I understand that my gift will make room for me. And as long as I do what God is asking me to do, he will provide. Whether that's providing the views, providing the likes, providing the subscribers, whatever that looks like, God will provide. And so as a disciple of the Lord, I'm just going to do what I feel I am supposed to do. Disclaimer. So, Isaiah 61 in my Bible, which, child, I don't know if this is the King James. Me no know. Me no know. It's the New International Version. So, Isaiah 61, the year of the Lord's favor. The Spirit of the Sovereign Lord is on me, because the Lord has anointed me to preach good news to the poor. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim freedom for the captives, and release from darkness for the prisoners, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all who mourn and provide for those who grieve in Zion, to bestow on them a crown of beauty instead of ashes, the oil of gladness instead of mourning, and a garment of praise instead of a spirit of despair. They will be called oaks of righteousness, a planting of the Lord for the display of his splendor. This is what the Lord has called me to. This is what I am using as a foundation to get my series started, building a stronger connection with God. And I'm sorry if that intro was long. I don't care. So, building a stronger relationship with God, a stronger connection with God. The first thing that I wrote down was single season. Something that I know when I left my ex for good was that I started reading my word, I started journaling, I started praying, right? But even with that, I still was distracted, still wanting to kind of get over the heartbreak and wanting to talk to somebody and not wanting to feel alone, which later got me caught up in some mess. Good mess, because I ended up having twins, but it got me caught up in some mess. And after that, that's when I rededicated my life to God because of that mess. But that's when I really like started to dig deep, and I gave God my yes. I gave him my yes, and he completely stripped me. He completely stripped me. Like, I wasn't talking to no friends. I wasn't on social media. Like, I had deleted all my social media. Like, I didn't have a job. So the phone that I had, like, after a while, like, of course, the line got cut off. I wasn't talking to nobody. Like, he completely stripped me, and it was just me and him. He really put me in a place where I had no excuse, and I had nobody else to talk to but him, and but to lean on him. And so for months, I just journaled and prayed and read my word. And you got to like see some of that in my YouTube in the beginning, because I would wake up, I would like take a nap, and then I would get up like 11 something, 12, and I would read my word, and I would journal, and I would pray, and I would just talk to God. And some of that, I recorded. But single season and eliminating the distractions is like the first way that I started to build a stronger connection with God. And I really went deeper with him. Even now, I'm still single, I have distractions now, but even now he's like calling me to eliminate the distractions, like the addiction of social media and scrolling and prophetic words and words of encouragement. Like, yeah, it encourages you and everything, but he's still telling me like, cut all that and just continue to go deeper with me. God can be a selfish God, and he don't be wanting to share. He don't be wanting to share. And so I believe that is one of the best first steps to strengthening and building a stronger relationship with God. Is, if you're in a single season, be single. Cut out all communication with man. And that's woman and man. Like, cut all of it. And I don't necessarily mean you have to cut off your friends or cut off your family, but literally like limit communication to little to nothing, and be intentional in your quiet moments, in those moments where you might sit and scroll. Instead of sitting and scrolling, talk to God. Instead of sitting and scrolling, meditate on your day, on your thoughts, on your feelings, on your pain. Meditate on your pain. That was definitely a lot of what I did, because I was journaling my feelings at the time. I was pregnant. I was unexpectedly pregnant. I was pregnant by somebody that I was not with. So a lot of my pain, I journal, and I just talk to God about it. Like, what is this? Why? And just really processing everything that I was feeling, everything that I was going through. And I created space for God to answer me. I created space for him to answer me and to show me, Yeah. One thing I remember was that he showed me I was not mad at my ex. I was really mad at God, because God is the one that's in control. God is the one that allows us to go through certain things, to learn certain things, and to grow. And I had to shift my mindset and shift what I was thinking from, I'm mad at him because he did X, Y, and Z, to, God, I'm mad at you because why you doing this and why you doing that? And just, slowly going through that process, and God revealing my heart posture, my thought process, how I was wrong in different ways, and just slowly but surely healing me from the inside out. So, yeah, single season. Your single season is very important. Your single season is the only time that you have for it to be literally just you and God. And what I mean by single season, if you're not married, you're single. If you're not married, you're single. So your single season is the only time where it's just you and him, and you can literally give all of you to him with no distractions. No distractions. And so that is very, very important. And I feel like that's like number one step is single season. How I wrote it. My first step was when I left my ex. And just rough draft. Like, we were going through different things, and we were impending eviction and being homeless. And, you know, I just had noticed a cycle, and I just remember praying to God for a miracle. I'm thinking I'm praying for a miracle to get out, for us to get out of this situation. And he brought me a miracle to get me out of the situation. And I have a video on that as well. But yeah, he brought me a miracle for me to get out of the situation, which was just one step closer for me to get closer to him. So that was the first thing I put down. Second thing was quitting my job, 3 months pregnant with my twins. I mean, when I tell you, he's going to break you down. He's going to break you down. He's going to break you down. And when I left, my first step, when I left, probably like a month or two later, I got a job. And I hadn't worked in a little over a year. And I got a job. And I probably worked at that job September, August. What did I say? August, September, October, November. 3.5, 4 months. And I quit that job because the environment was just so unhealthy. That's where the twins donor was at. And he was just harassing me so bad I had to quit. A month before I quit, I rededicated my life to God because, like I said, the situation was so bad. And then I quit my job. And when I quit, I was trying to find another job, but it was just not happening. It was not happening. Nobody would hire me. The one job I did get hired at was Little Cricket. I got hired at Little Cricket, and I ended up quitting that because something was going on with my kid's dad, and I had to go get my kids. Like, it was a whole mess. So he broke me down to just me and him. Like, I had no job. I was not dating. I was not talking to nobody. I was not on social media. I did not have no friends. And I was sad and depressed and hurt and disappointed and shamed. And I didn't want to come out my room. I didn't really want to talk to nobody or go nowhere or be seen. I felt like everybody could see the sin on me. Like, everybody could see the shame on me. So I didn't want to do none of that. And in that time of me being broke down like that, like, that's when I strengthened my relationship with God. And then that was my second thing. My second thing was quitting my job. My third thing was him removing my friends. I don't even know how he removed my friends, other than my phone not being on. I don't even know how he removed my friends. But I just know I didn't have none. I wasn't talking to anybody. I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't going nowhere. Like, if I did, it was every blue moon with my best friend. But, like, even after a while, that died out. And it was literally just me and him and my kids. So, yeah. I didn't want to make this long. But first thing to building a stronger connection with God is enjoy your single season. be single in your single season and really be intentional with talking with him and reading his word and journaling your experience, journaling what you're going through, what you're thinking, how you feeling, the whole nine. Journal. I have probably like 4 journals from the time I started from the time I left my ex up until now. I probably got like 4 journals, and I mean full from front to back. And even some of the pages I wrote on the back, like front to back. Like I wrote down everything that I was feeling because I was not talking to nobody. I had nobody to talk to. So I wrote it all down. So yeah, I believe that's it. We'll stop there. That's the first step to building a stronger connection with God. I hope this was helpful. I am trying my best and doing my best with my communication and being focused. A lot of times if I am derailed, it's because I really be wanting to tell the details. Like, I really be wanting to share my testimony because my testimony really blows my mind. Like how God did, how he got me to where I am, and how he like pulled me out and pulled me through is really, really crazy. Yeah, that's really what I be wanting to do. But we'll just start here. And yeah, this is just episode 1, and I'm gonna do my best for the rest of the week to come with more episodes on building a stronger connection with God. And I hope y'all stay tuned. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you later. Peace.